Hello, my Jason O. Welcome to my manga review for volume 9 of Sousei no Onmyouji. And so with this volume here, pretty nifty cover with the Mayura scene, which I mentioned in my last video, was my second favorite moment of this series of Twin Star Exorcists. And I totally forgot, so I kind of forgot, that there was another moment, other than the Rokuro Benio moment where they team up together, that's my favorite moment. But tied with that, I'll say it's a 1A, 1B sort of thing, is the scene where Rokuro and Benio kiss for the very first time. And, the anime did this as well around the second to last episode, like episode 49, I think the series went 50 episodes, I believe the anime run. And so, episode 49, they do kiss pretty abruptly in the middle of a battle, so it kind of takes away from the battle itself, what's going on with Abi no Seimei and Kamui when he's providing distraction for the Twin Stars. And they kiss again by the end of episode 50, or at least, around episode 50 or so. And so that's their context of their kiss for the Twin Stars. For the manga version here, it's one time so far. The series is still going on, but we still have amazing context for that scene. That's why I appreciate these moments here, because of the context of these scenes and where they are taking place. And that's why I really appreciate the moments of not only the Mayura scene where she activates the white tiger talisman, but also where Rokuro and Benio working together to defeat Hijiri Maru, and also with the kiss scene between Benio and Rokuro, and really coming full circle. And so this is sort of the end of the main island arc, as the author Yoshiaki Sukeno does say. This is the end of that arc, and the rest of the story is the Tsuchimi Kado arc. At least, that's the sort of arc there. And it's mostly just following Rokuro and his experience on the island and what he has to go through, and more training and lots of other adventures, per se, just lots of trials and tribulations he has to go through, and lots of other friends and antagonists along the way. Not really enemies, since they're all exorcists, but still he has to go through that stuff there. I get into all that there as we get to that volume. But before I get to volume 9, I will say that this video will provide spoilers for volume 9, and if you're not interested or you just don't want to hear about spoilers just yet, I would suggest saving this video to your watch later favorites list. Read the volume for yourself, read the chapters, and experience that for yourself. If you don't really care about spoilers, keep watching this video, or you're just curious to know what happens in volume 9 of Twin Star Exorcists, keep watching this video, because I will provide all the spoilers here from volume 9. And so volume 9 starts off with the sort of context of what Seigen and the others are doing. A team of himself, Ryogo, Shinosuke, and Atsushi. They're taking care of the Kegiri that's sort of escaping from Magano, because Hijiri Maru's new power boost is sort of fracturing Magano itself, and so there's ripples that are opening up. And so that team of exorcists and other exorcists from the mainland, they're all getting prepared for this ceremony to sort of close off the seal of Magano, really close it out to make sure no more Kegiri emerge from Magano and attack civilians, which happens. Ryogo gets pissed off. Seigen gets pissed off at them. He's like, go back home, get away from here. He's really pissed off at them in Seigen style. We see two more of the 12 Guardians in Kankuro and Kengo. They come in and help out the mainland exorcists. That's pretty much what's going on over there. Back in the main battle between Hijiri Maru and, he's sort of about to deliver the finishing blow onto Shimon and Sayo. Shimon, he was able to use his powers to close off the wound that Sayo has, but he uses all his powers, so he's pretty much defenseless until Rokuro, he jumps in. He gets a power boost because he gets a vision of Abi no Seimei, and she sort of asks Rokuro why he wants more power, and he at first says that he just wants to defeat all the Kegiri and free the world of Kegiri, and really end the battle between for the Exorcists and the Kegiri. And Rokuro, he does a quick 180 after that, realizing that's not really really wants this power forward. That's not why he's motivated to keep battling on, fighting this battle which has lasted over thousands of years. He just wants to look cool in front of his wife. That's a really heartfelt and emotional moment for Rokuro, because it really shows his conviction towards Benio and really shows how much he truly cares for Benio, really truly loves her. He's not really ready to admit that just yet, but it really does show how much he cares for her, and so that's why he gets that power boost from Abe no Seimei. Implications that she might be his mother, maybe. They kind of tease that a little bit there. Confirmation, not 100% confirmed, but at least close to there after this tease that we got between Abe no Seimei and Rokuro after she gave him a power boost to take on Hijiri Maru in this final battle between the two. And so the two of them go at it in a pretty badass battle, going back and forth, but Rokuro goes all out with his barrage of punches that he lands on Hijiri Maru, with Arima watching on as he does save Mayura and Benio from the other Kaguri, as Mayura's powers are starting to fade a bit. Arima watches on, and Mayura is trying to convince him, to save Rokuro, because obviously he has the power to do so. But for Arima, he uses as a test, basically. It really shows the darker side of Arima in this sequence here in Volume 9, where he is testing Rokuro and Benio. They have this fate, this destiny brought upon them, being the twin stars and giving birth to Miko, and he wants to see both of them really surpass their fates and really build their own destinies, and that's why he wants Rokuro and Benio to fight for themselves. And we're going to see later on that he's sort of testing them again, maybe. He definitely has a lot of sinister plans going on, and Shimon and Sagan can definitely see through that as well. But not really sure what exactly is going on, but definitely Arima knows something that everyone else doesn't. But the battle between Hijiri Maru and Rokuro is ended when Rokuro stops one of his punches. Hijiri Maru declares that he's the winner until Rokuro says that no, we won. And Benio jumps in after being knocked unconscious. Apparently, she heard Rokuro's voice call out to her, and she jumps in. They use resonance to take out Hijiri Maru. It's such a badass moment, just the way the panels played out, where you had the panel where Mayura is panicking, and you see Benio there once before, and then she disappears from her spot, and then just the way the characters were positioned, and Benio just jumping in, grabbing onto Rokuro's hand for the resonance. Such a badass moment. Again, probably 1A, 1B, any of those, that kind of order for one of the best moments of Sousei no Onmyouji. And the battle is presumably over until Sayo, she's awakened by Kuzunoa, who attacks Benio because of her guardian spirits. They have a big battle between their guardian spirits, and the protectors of Kuzunoa, they're about to kill Benio until Rokuro steps in, saying, hey, I don't know what's going on, but please, I don't want to see my wife die in front of me. And Kuzunoa is about to slap away Rokuro, but Sayo comes in for the rescue, because obviously she has a crush on Rokuro, saying that, if you lay one hand on Roku, I'm never going to forgive you. I don't care who the hell you are. And so Sayo's able to stop Kuzunoa from killing Benio, at least killing her guardian spirits, some big Kaguri inside her. And so that's ended there, where everyone passed out, everyone trying to recover from injuries and such there. Rokuro is ready to welcome Benio home from the hospital in a very cute way, and Arima jumps in before they can get really close and really have little talking moments there, and he reveals that Benio does not have her exorcist powers. I guess the battle between Kuzunoa and herself, her guardian spirits, drained her of her powers. Not even Rokuro could see any spiritual powers coming off of Benio. She tries to, grab some spiritual power off a knife. It's not working, and she is devastated by this news, because obviously the way we've grown with this character is that she's been an exorcist since she was a kid. She's trying to get revenge for her parents against Kamui. She's trying to destroy her brother as well, really tarnishing the legacy that she thought her brother was, but he's actually this evil, psychotic villain. And so that was her goal for most of her life, especially the revenge for her parents. And now it's all thrown away, and she can't be a Rokuro anymore, because they can't be the twin stars anymore without her spiritual powers, and so really throws their dynamic off for a bit. And you have really effective moments where Kinu, the old lady with Benio, she goes into Benio's room, and her room's just a mess. It's really effective, the way the art's done in that panel. It's such effectively done where Benio is just devastated. She's a broken shell of her former self, where she can't harness any spiritual power of anything in her room. And eventually Rokuro takes Benio to a graveyard where they go to the Hinatsuki grave for the first time. I think they did this in the anime, very similar. Well, if they did this before the manga did, so they're pretty first to that, visiting the Hinatsuki graves. But, you have a very emotional moment for Rokuro. He's very sorry that he didn't visit, his friends sooner. And then they transition later on where Benio, she's sort of an emotional mess, and she feels bad for losing the hairpins, and Rokuro gives her new hairpins. And, this moment may have been grabbed from the anime, because anime does a similar thing in episode 50, where Roko gives her new hairpins. I guess in the manga, he somehow, with Mayura's help, from school, he finds out where they last battled. He was able to find the hairpins, and he knew a guy from school who can help repair the hairpins. So I guess they have suspension of disbelief, I guess. It really creates a very emotional moment for Benio, who is so grateful to Rokuro, and, she's thinking about all the memories with him, all the time they spent together, and how much, Rokuro started thinking this as well, and how much they've grown together throughout all this time. And Benio, as the panels move on from those moments, she, says that, father, mother, I finally found someone I could fall in love with, and she kisses Rokuro, and it takes up 2 panels, so it's like a full page when you open up the volume, and so it's such an incredible moment. Again, 1A, 1B with that, of the kiss scene between Rokuro and Benio, and also with the Rokuro and Benio taking out Hijiri Maru, the resident scene. And, very brave moments there for these two. They kind of played off and very embarrassingly. And that's sort of tail ends that sort of arc, per se, the mainland arc before Rokuro is ready to leave, with Shimon and Mayura, surprisingly enough. We had a scene with her where she had a withdrawal form from school, where I guess she's going to the Tsuchimikano Island as well, because Arima did say that she has her own destiny ahead of her, and it's her choice whether she wants to pursue that destiny or not. Her mother may not be exactly happy about, dropping out of school to become an exorcist and taking over her father's role as one of the 12 guardians, as she'll presumably do now she's the sole holder of the white tiger, Byakko, of the 12 guardians. And so her father, they say his goodbyes his own way to Rokuro and Benio, mostly Rokuro, because Benio shares a hug with her mother before she leaves. And so it's Rokuro, Benio, leaving out to Tsuchimikano Island with Shimon, and, Sayo went home already. And, he thinks back from all the moments he's had from Hinatsuki tragedy all the way to meeting Benio. He's so great. They're so grateful that they've met each other. They say that before the kiss scene as well. Ryogo shared his goodbyes as well. Really small moments between 2 panels, but shows really effectively the brotherly bond that Ryogo and Rokuro shared with each other. So it's a really strong moments there. But, after all that, thinking about that, he gets off. Benio promises that she'll find a way to get her powers back to join Rokuro over at Tsuchimikano Island, and even Yuto is waiting for Rokuro as he is, sitting around in Magano with a trail of bodies of exorcists around him. And so Yuto's waiting for him. Roko's going to be waiting for Benio as she tries to get her powers back. We didn't really get too much development on that. Hopefully we get some of that soon, because most of the future stuff is with Tsuchimikano Island and Rokuro and how he deals with all that, along with Mayura as well. And so that's pretty much it for Volume 9 and the mainland story arc. Volume 10 and further beyond will take care of the Tsuchimikano Island arc, and who knows how long that will be with Rokuro trying to get stronger to take on Yuto and his convictions of that there, meeting new friends, meeting new allies, and learning about his world a lot more from the mainland. Everything's learned there. Kind of throw that away because he's pretty much going back to school, learning about all the things for Tsuchimikara Island and all the other exorcists of the island as well. So it's going to be a really incredible stuff to head forward. But as for this volume, giving this one an A-. Fantastic volume here, one of the better ones of the rest of the volumes of the series. That's pretty much why I own this myself. Volume 8 and 9 are the ones I own personally, because they feature incredible moments of the series, great emotional moments and great action moments as well. Rokuro and Benio separate for now, but hopefully sometime soon, once Benio gets her powers back, somehow she'll find a way, maybe harness her Kagari powers perhaps. They'll be reunited as the Twin Stars, maybe as the Twin Stars. We'll have to wait and see what Arima has planned for every character here. And so that's pretty much it for Volume 9 of Sousei no Onmyouji. Make sure to give this video a like and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also make sure to hit the notification bell to get notified when I post videos on this channel. Thank you for watching my Rango review for Volume 9 of Sousei no Onmyouji. Hope you have a nice day. Bye bye.